Hello everyone, welcome to the Crawcast. I'm your host George Krawczak, and these are my predictions for the Clash at the Castle in Scotland. If you like this type of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button like it owes you money. Now let's get started. The first match is for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. It is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Alba Fry and Isla Dawn versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. My prediction is that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill will retain. Ultimately, the goal is to have a match between Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. I can see a world where they drop the belts here. I really like the team of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, so I could see them taking the belts. Uh, but when Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill drop the belts, I think it'll be because Bianca Belair turns on Jade Cargill. And in my mind, I was thinking if they do drop it here, have Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill both be in the Money in the Bank ladder match and then cost each other the briefcase and then have a match at SummerSlam. So the big question is, does WWE want Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair at SummerSlam or at WrestleMania? I'm picking them to retain because I think it's more likely that they'll have a match at WrestleMania than SummerSlam. The next match is Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. I think Cody Rhodes will retain. This will be an I Quit match and no doubt will be the match of the night. Their last match was great, and adding a lot of new weapons based violence and brawling around the ring with some creative spots will only make the match better. This prediction was pretty easy. I think the reason why a lot of people think that the Cody Rhodes' title reign has been kind of boring is because there's no risk of him losing the title. I kind of compare it to when Roman Reigns whole last year as WWE champion. When Roman Reigns beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39, everyone knew the goal was to have Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40, where Cody would win the title. So given that we knew what their plan was, nobody was going to take the title from Roman Reigns. So people like LA Knight, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and Jey Uso did not feel like real challengers because we knew they had no shot at winning the title. And Cody Rhodes' title reign kind of feels a lot like that, where we know the goal is to do Cody Rhodes versus The Rock at WrestleMania 41 for the WWE Championship. So people like AJ Styles and Logan Paul don't really feel like real challengers because we know Cody will retain to get to the match at WrestleMania. Right now, WWE is just trying to kill time until then. And I think the exciting thing about wrestling is that we never know who's going to win or where the story's going to go next. But in this case, we know exactly where the story's going to go. So until we get to after the match versus The Rock at WrestleMania 41, I think Cody Rhodes' reign will be kind of boring with a lot of great matches. The next match is Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. My prediction is there will be a new Intercontinental Champion, Chad Gable. Here's the thing, I understand he hasn't re-signed with WWE yet, but I'm going to die on the Chad Gable hill. If you watch all my prediction videos, almost 100% of them are right, except for when I always pick Chad Gable, he loses. And I will not, change off of Chad Gable just for him to win. It kind of makes sense for Sami Zayn to win in the sense of where Chad's contract will be, but I do think Chad Gable will win, and maybe they'll do a little bit of a mini version of the Summer of Punk with the Intercontinental Championship and Chad Gable. It is interesting that they have not mentioned that his contract is expiring on TV, but like I said, I think he will resign just so they can have a shocking moment when he wins because we don't know the contract details yet. And then I think it'll come out after the show that, yeah, he resigned to a big, long, multi-year deal. So that's why I think WWE hasn't really announced anything yet, is because it's supposed to be like a huge surprise. Oh my God, he won the championship without a new contract, and then turns out after the fact that he did resign. I do think Alpha Academy will turn on Chad Gable, and then the Creed brothers will come out and help Chad Gable win the Intercontinental Championship. The next match is Bayley versus Piper Niven for the WWE Women's Championship. I think Bayley retains. Whoever wins this match will face Nia Jax at SummerSlam. Although I think it will be interesting to have Piper Niven versus Nia Jax to have kind of the two big girls go at it, kind of like when they did Big Show versus Mark Henry. But I think it's just too soon to have Bayley lose the title, and I think Bayley versus Nia Jax will be a great match at SummerSlam. The final match is Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I think Damian Priest retains. I think what will happen is Drew McIntyre will have the match won, and then CM Punk will interfere and cost Drew McIntyre the match. CM Punk will get booed out of the building for this. The reason for my prediction is mainly for SummerSlam. I think CM Punk will be ready for SummerSlam, so WWE will have the match Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk at SummerSlam. If that is indeed the plan, Drew McIntyre cannot be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, because whoever holds that title will wrestle Gunther for the title. One thing that I can maybe see happen, if Drew McIntyre wins here, WWE can have CM Punk attack Drew McIntyre like one night on Raw after Money in the Bank, and whoever wins the Money in the Bank briefcase can cash in on Drew and be a transitional champion to lose to Gunther at SummerSlam. Like, think about this plan. Think about if Jey Uso wins the Money in the Bank briefcase and then cashes in on Drew McIntyre on an episode of Raw. The crowd will absolutely lose it. And then he can immediately lose the title to Gunther. This also helps kind of get the Money in the Bank briefcase out of the way, because I think WWE wants to have 2 long title reigns of Gunther and Cody Rhodes, so they don't really have to waste the briefcase on someone losing their cash-in match and still have the 2 long title reigns with Cody Rhodes and Gunther. Honestly, I think that story actually makes a lot of sense to me, but I just don't think WWE would do it. So my prediction is that Damian Priest will retain. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you like this type of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button like it owes you money. I'll see you next time.